Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we finally have an announcement for this Game Pass competitor from Sony, and we're going to go through all the details here. And we have a major Nintendo game that gets delayed until next year. But before we get started, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing. That's the best way to let me know you enjoy the content on this channel. Now let's get started. So Sony has finally announced the launch of all new PlayStation Plus, which is the branding that they're giving to this Game Pass competitor. So they have all the details at blog.playstation.com, and this is set to launch sometime in the June time frame. They're going to start with an initial launch in Asia and then follow with North America, then Europe, and then the rest of the world wherever PlayStation Plus is currently offered. So we're probably looking at a mid-June date, and we'll probably get the official date when we're a month or so out. So this new service will have the three tiers of Essential, Extra, and Premium. So let's start here looking at Essential, and this is probably the easiest to cover because this is pretty much what PlayStation Plus is already. So you're getting 2 monthly downloadable games, exclusive discounts, cloud storage for saved games, and online multiplayer access. And the price will stay the same, $9.99 a month or $59.99 annually. Now if you're already a subscriber to PlayStation Plus, you're just going to be rolled automatically into this new system. Now let's take a look at the mid-tier offering, the PlayStation Plus Extra. You're going to get everything that's on PlayStation Plus Essential, and in addition to that, it adds a catalog of up to 400 PS4 and PS5 games, including previous hits from PlayStation Studio catalog and third-party partners, and each of the games are downloadable. It's not a streaming version. Now the price on this tier is $14.99 a month or $99.99 annually. Now let's take a look at PlayStation Plus Premium, which is the top tier. Now you're going to get everything on the lower tiers, and you're also going to get an additional 340 games that include PlayStation 3 games available via cloud streaming. And then you'll also get games from PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and PSP available both in downloading and streaming versions. Now in addition to that, there'll also be apparently streaming versions of PlayStation 4 games available. And you can stream these to the PS4, the PS5, and to your PC. They are also added limited time game trials to this tier, which I don't know yet how long those trials are for. I would have to assume trials are going to be for new games. Now whether they're trials for day one games, I don't know just yet. We'll have to find out. And this tier is going to be $17.99 a month and $119.99 annually. There's also a little caveat here for people in regions that don't have access to streaming. They're going to have a version of this called PlayStation Deluxe that doesn't have the streaming and will be cheaper, but there's not any information available for that just now. Now for a little more information, Sony has stated that PlayStation Now will no longer be available to buy standalone. Any current PlayStation Now subscribers will have their membership converted to PlayStation Plus Premium at no extra cost at launch. And I believe that PlayStation Now is cheaper than the PlayStation Plus Premium, but you really can't find any digital codes for PlayStation Now if you're trying to stock up. They also don't go into if this conversion is a 1-for-1, so if you have say 1 month of PlayStation Now, you'll get 1 month of PlayStation Plus Premium. I would have to believe that it is, but I wouldn't stock up just yet in case it's not. But if you were looking to stock up, I did search some retailers and I can't find any digital codes for PlayStation Now. It seems like Sony has cut that off long ago, knowing this was happening. I did find places like eBay that had some physical cards, but I don't know how well you want to trust that. They've also not made any announcement for those who may be subscribed to both PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus. Since those were two distinct services, hopefully they'll have some way for you to get a credit on whatever you subscribe to going forward. If you watched Monday's video, you did see that there was a leak out there that there would be no Game 1 games on this premium tier, and this was confirmed by Jim Ryan over at GameIndustry.biz. Sony's new PS Plus subscription offerings boast online multiplayer access, hundreds of PS4 and PS5 games, streaming, retro titles, and game trials. But what it does not include, unlike its main competitor, are first-party games that launch in the service at the same time as they come out at retail. We feel like we are in a good virtuous cycle with the studios, explains PlayStation CEO Jim Ryan, where the investment delivers success, which enables yet more investment, which delivers yet more success. We like that cycle, and we think our gamers like that cycle. It is a fact that our services, at least, that the great majority of people subscribe through a 12-month subscription, Ryan explains. It's more than 2/3 who subscribe that way. That is an area of value proposition that we have looked at very hard. What we are delivering is that for a 12-month subscriber, and that is the great majority of people, the monthly subscription rates for PlayStation Plus Extra will be $8.33. And for PlayStation Plus Premium, it'll be $9.99. We think that for what people are going to get, this is a terrific value proposition, and one that simply wouldn't be possible if we were to put our studio games onto the service upon their release. So in other words, he's saying that if we did add games in there day one, our rates would have to go up. Which I do think is interesting because Game Pass for console is $9.99 a month right now with day one releases. But tell me what you think about this. Do you think this is a good plan going forward with Sony? I guess part of my hesitation is to see what games they're actually going to have. If you're into playing older games, you would have to get the premium tier in order to take advantage of that. But again, it's all going to boil down to the games and what's available. Next, Nintendo announced that the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is going to be officially delayed until spring of 2023. So while this really isn't much of a surprise, we did actually get to see a little bit of new footage in the video they released with this announcement. You can see here in this video, this clip shows the Master Sword that seems to be damaged in some way, and I guess maybe that's a plot point. But this does really make me wonder, what will they fill the rest of the year with when it comes to Zelda? Could we possibly be seeing Twilight Princess and Wind Waker coming over? They already have the Wii U versions available, it'd be easy just to port that right on over. And finally, we have the next set of games with gold announced. We have Outpost Kalaki X, which is I think how you pronounce that, coming April 1st to the 15th. Another site will be available from April 1st to the 30th. MX vs ATV Alive is going to be April 16th to the 30th. And interestingly enough, Hue is going to be available from April 16th until May 15th. So you can go ahead and grab those if you're a subscriber to Game Pass or Games with Gold. Whether you need them or not, you can go ahead and add them and they'll be there. Now both Outpost Kalaki X and Hue have a 77 Metacritic rating, and that's the highest out of this bunch. So if you wanted to try some of these, those are probably the two you want to start with. And that's all we have for today's video. Did anything we talk about catch your attention? Are you ready to sign up for one of the tiers of the new PlayStation Plus, or are you like me and just going to need to wait and see what games are available for the service? And with Breath of the Wild 2 being delayed, do you think we're going to see either Wind Waker or Twilight Princess, or maybe both, come to the Switch this year? Make sure you leave me a comment below about that or any of the other topics we covered today. I want to thank you for watching, and be good.